Okay, in this second video dealing with identifying major key signatures and minor key signatures, we just have to add one little layer of knowledge to figure out minor key signatures. So sometimes it's easier to remember an example than a rule, or if you forget the rule and you go back to the example, it could remind you of the rule. So the rule is basically this. When you're given the name of a major key signature, move down 3 half steps to find the name of the relative minor key signature. So you'll probably ask, what does relative mean in this case? Well, it means they're related. Relative key signatures have the same flats or sharps, but a different tonic. For example, the key of C major and the key of A minor have no flats or sharps. So if you could remember that, it's going to help you remember the rule. So if you look here, you see, well, here's the key of C major, starting on the tonic of C, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, no flats or sharps. And look at the A minor scale. We'll get to minor scales later, but you'll see that it also has no flats or sharps, but instead of starting on a C, we're starting on an A. So you see, here is C, here is A. So if you could remember something like this, maybe, minor, major, the difference is 1, 2, 3 half steps. Or if you want to remember it in the staff, A is relative to C, and thinking of major maybe being on top, minor being on the bottom, the difference is 3 half steps. So if you're given the minor, if you know the minor name and you have to figure out the major name, you'd move up 3 half steps. And in our case now, what we're going to do, since we know the major name and we want to know, well, what's the relative minor, what key signature shares those same flats or sharps, we're going to start on whatever the name of the major key signature is, and we're going to go down 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. Be careful, please, when you're counting half steps, the starting note is not a half step. It's not 1. It's not 1, 2, 3. You have to go somewhere for 1. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I've seen students miss this entire part of a test because instead of counting like this, 1, 2, 3, they counted like this, 1, 2, 3. And it also showed me they didn't do any of their homework because they would have caught that. Okay, so let's see if we can apply that to what we already did. Okay, so going back to page 2 of the in-class practice document, we see that we figured out that this was A major. Now, what minor key would that be? Okay, so you find A on your keyboard and you move down 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. Black key. Could it be G flat or F sharp? Okay, well, if you look at the key signature, the name's not going to help you out because it's just a letter name. But if you look at the key signature, you see all these sharps. So definitely we're going to need to go with the sharp name. So 3 half steps down from A, 1, 2, 3, takes us to F sharp. So the key with 3 sharps could be A major or F sharp minor. Okay, and that's everything there is to it. That's everything there is to this video. That's everything there is to figuring out minor key signatures. You can figure out the major and then go down 3 half steps and you'll get to the minor. Okay, so let's look at these. All right, so we have B major. Let's figure out its relative minor. Here's B, 1, 2, 3. Could be A flat or G sharp, but we see sharps in the key. So that's going to be G sharp minor. I'll do one more. This one's the key of D major. So here's D on our keyboard. 1, 2, 3. We land on a B. No problem. B minor. Again, don't add sharps or flats where there are none. We didn't land on a B. I'm saying this because it's a common problem I see. You go down 3 half steps, 1, 2, 3, you land on a B, so the name of it is B major. Okay, so go ahead and try these two, please. Hit your pause button, try these two, and then check your work. Okay, let's see how you did. This one is F sharp major. So you find F sharp on your keyboard, 1, 2, 3 half steps. Could be E flat or D sharp. Of course, we have sharps in the key signature. So this could be D sharp minor. And here we have E major. All right, so we have E right here. 1, 2, 3. That could be C sharp or D flat. We have sharps in the key signature. So this would be C sharp minor. Okay, let's take a look at these. Okay, I think you should have the hang of it by now. Go ahead and hit your pause button and try these 4, please, and see how you did. Okay, so let's see. Hopefully you mastered it. It's not difficult. This is A flat major. 1, 2, 3 takes us to F. So that could also be F minor. This is G flat major. Find G flat on your keyboard. 1, 2, 3. E flat or D sharp. We have flats in the key signature. So we're going to go with E flat minor. B flat major. Here's B flat. Down 3 half steps. 1, 2, 3. That could also be G minor. And then D flat major. Here's D flat. 1, 2, 3. A sharp or B flat. We have flats in the key signature. So that would be B flat minor. All right. Okay, so we have a few more. So why don't you go ahead and try these, and then hit your pause button, try these, and come back and check your work. All right, so the first one's G major. There's G, 1, 2, 3. We landed on an E, so that could be G major. I'll just write the answers up here. Or it could be E minor. Okay, this is C sharp major. Find C sharp, 1, 2, 3. So that could be B flat or A sharp. We have sharps in the key signature. So this would be A sharp minor is the other possibility. C major, remember that was example. Our example, C major is relative to A minor. C, 1, 2, 3, brings us to A. So that would be also A minor. F major, here's F, 1, 2, 3, takes us to D. So that could be D minor. Okay, here's D major, 1, 2, 3, takes us to a B. So it could also be B minor. E flat major, 1, 2, 3, takes us to a C. This gives some students difficulty sometimes because they associate C with no sharps or flats, but remember that's only in major. 3 half steps down from E flat, 1, 2, 3, takes us to a C natural. And so it could also be C minor. E major, here's E, 1, 2, 3, takes us to D flat or C sharp. We have sharps in the key, so that could also be C sharp minor. And then F major, which we already had here. There's F, going down 3 half steps, bam, 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 takes us to a D. So that could be D minor. Okay, so that concludes this video on determining the names of minor key signatures. One option is to, if I didn't even ask you the major, one option would be if I ask you, what is the name of this minor key signature? You could figure out, well, what's its major name? You would know it's F, then you go down 3 half steps, and then the final answer in a question like that would be D minor. All right, another video coming up.